Get up. The war already started. Your eyes just opened, and somewhere out there someone already threw the first punch of the day. You're still deciding whether to move. Right now, the ones who are actually coming for what you want are already standing. Not stretching. Not deciding. Standing. Sun Tzu wrote that victorious warriors win first, and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. Read that again. The outcome isn't decided at noon, when you finally show up focused. It's decided right now in a dark room, before either side has swung once. You either walked in already ahead or you walked in already behind, and no amount of hustle at 2 p.m. buys back the ground you gave away at 5 a.m. Here's what staying under the blanket actually costs. It isn't 10 minutes. It's the first strike. Somewhere, someone with your exact ambition, your exact deadline, your exact competition is already moving, and every minute you spend negotiating with warmth is a minute they spend building a lead you'll spend the rest of the day trying to close. You won't see the bill today. You'll see it in 3 months when they're ahead and you're still explaining why you're not. And the cruelest part, it feels like nothing happened. No siren. No scoreboard. Just a quiet, compounding gap between the version of you that got up and the version that didn't. A gap that only shows itself once it's too wide to lie about. Sun Tzu's warriors didn't win because they were stronger on the day of battle. They won because they'd already secured the position, already scouted the ground, already made the outcome close to inevitable before the enemy even knew a fight was coming. Winning first is invisible work. Nobody applauds a general for the map he studied at midnight. They applaud the victory the next afternoon and assume it was talent. It wasn't talent. It was a decision made in the dark, alone, before anyone was watching to give credit. That's the trade you're being offered every single morning. The invisible work now, or the visible excuse later. You cannot buy back this morning's first strike with tonight's overtime. The window only opens once, and it's closing while you decide whether the blanket wins again. Marcus Aurelius wrote himself a note before dawn. Centuries before you were a problem for him to solve. In the morning, when you rise unwillingly, he told himself, let this thought be present. I am rising to do the work of a human being. Why am I going to be annoyed at going to do what I was born for, the things I came into the world to do? Or was I made for this, to lie under the blankets and keep myself warm? He asked himself if rest had limits. It does. You already passed yours. That's not a quote you post. That's an order you give yourself before your feet touch the floor. Cus D'Amato, the man who built champions out of scared kids from nowhere, put it in 5 words that Mike Tyson never forgot. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. Not waiting to feel ready. Not waiting for the version of you that wants to. The standard doesn't ask what you feel. It asks what you did. Tyson learned the other half of that lesson the hard way in the ring against a plan that didn't survive contact. Everybody has a plan until they get hit. Your plan for today already got hit the second the alarm went off and you didn't move. The question now isn't whether you'll get hit again. It's whether you're still standing when you do. Notice the order in D'Amato's sentence. Not, do what you love, and eventually it becomes discipline. The reverse. Do what you hate, the cold room, the early alarm, the task you've been avoiding, and love follows the doing, not the other way around. Waiting to love the work before you start it is how the work never starts. You don't need to feel anything before you move. You need to move and let the feeling catch up to the standard you already set. This is the part the comfortable morning never tells you. The standard doesn't care how you slept, how you feel, or how legitimate today's excuse actually is. Marcus Aurelius commanded an empire and still had to give himself the same order every single morning, because even an emperor's body wanted to stay warm. If the standard didn't bend for him, it isn't bending for you either. Today you move before the alarm finishes its second cycle. No negotiation with the warmth. No 5 more minutes that becomes 20. Today you do the one thing you've been circling for a week, before your phone gets a vote, before anyone else's inbox gets a claim on your morning. Today you treat every excuse the way Marcus Aurelius treated his own blanket, as a lie you already caught yourself telling. You were not made to stay warm. You were made to do the work. Tonight, the accounting you owe will ask what you actually built with the hour nobody made you take. Give it a real answer. Win the strike nobody saw you throw. Win before they wake.